It's the eve of the release of another Assassin's Creed game. This time, not only do we have the choice to play two different characters, Kassandra and Alexios, they both have hairstyles worth trying out. So just follow this easy hair tutorial to learn the looks of the new Assassin's Creed Spartan heroes. So let's try out Cassandra's side braid style first. My hair is a bit longer than hers is, but the technique is the same so long as you have enough hair to gather and braid on the side of your head. First, make a fairly deep part on the right side of your head. Then brush all of your hair over in front of your left shoulder. Starting at about eye level, grab all of the hair above this point. Split into 3 strands. Start French braiding these strands, which means bringing each outside strand over and switching with the middle strand for the first 2 iterations. Then add in more hair to each outside strand before switching it with the middle strand. So when adding to the strand closest to your face, add in the hair that is between the braid and your face at the same height as your hands are currently at. When adding to the farther strand, add in all the hair from the right side and back of your head that is also level with your hands. You'll be adding in more hair to this back strand than the front strand, but it should even out as you progress down the braid, and the strands at the end should be pretty much similar in size. Keep French braiding like this down the side of your head until you've picked up and added in all the free hanging hair on your head. Then just make a normal 3-strand braid all the way to the ends. Tie these ends off with a hair tie, or hold them in your mouth for a moment while you do the last step. Cassandra's braid is wrapped up and knotted securely with some brown string. So find some leather, suede, or other coarse and thick string that is a bit more than twice the length of your hair. Use a topsy tail to thread the string through the top of the normally braided part of the side braid, or simply poke the string through the hair if you don't have a topsy tail and the string is rigid enough to do so. Then wrap the string in a spiral down the length of your braid. When you get to the end of the braid, there should be a little bit of string left, so tie the remaining part of the string around the ends of the braid in order to secure them tight and keep the braid from falling out. Finally, Cassandra's hair is a bit lived in, so roughen up the look a bit to fluff it out and make it look more easygoing. Do this by tugging on little bits of the hair around the top and sides of your head. With that, you can now wear Cassandra's Assassin's Creed Odyssey hairstyle. Now if you instead choose to play as Alexios, he also has some hairstyles you can try out. His hair is even shorter than Cassandra's, which means you'll want shoulder-length hair to get the exact look, but longer hair works too. It just needs to be long enough that you can gather half of it at the back of your head. Start by placing your fingers along your hairline halfway up the side of your head, and draw a part on either side to the back of your head. Gather all the hair above this parting. With a hair tie, start tying this hair into a ponytail. But when you get to the very last loop of the hair tie that you can make, don't pull the hair tail all the way through. Instead, stop when you've just barely pulled a little loop of hair through. This is actually pretty much the gist of Alexios' style, but there are some other details you can add as well. For instance, most of his hair is in this pseudo-dreaded state, so if you have dreads or box braids, this is a perfect opportunity for you. If you don't, you can approximate this look by adding some small braids throughout the remaining hair you have hanging. Right now I'm making several small rope braids across the back of my head because they have a similar round profile as a dread would. To rope braid, you simply split some hair into 2 halves. Twist one half several times clockwise, and then twist the halves together once counterclockwise. Twist the next half several times clockwise, and again twist the 2 halves together counterclockwise. Keep doing this pattern down the length of the hair. Remember that the counter twisting is important to the integrity of a rope braid. That means the individual strands definitely need to be twisted in the opposite direction than they are twisted together. Otherwise, the strands blend together and the braid is no longer a braid. Feel free to use other braid styles that you want to try out as well if you prefer the, say, 3-strand look instead of the rope braid. In some of Alexios' story, there are also beads on his dreads. So if you want to get fancy with the look, you can also put some hair beads on your dreads or braids. I have a video you can check out that's all about how to use hair beads if you're new to that idea. And now you know the hairstyles of the main players in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Kassandra and Alexios. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial, and if you're inspired to try more video game hairstyles, follow the link to this playlist of tutorials I've done. Also, my YouTube channel and website Silvousplaits has tons more fantasy, sci-fi, and historical hair ideas, so there should be plenty of options for you to explore. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have fun with the new Assassin's Creed game.